This is the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
There was a pretty rough anthem singing last night. And by pretty rough, pretty rough, I mean, it might be the worst one that's ever been done at like a public event.
Yeah, I usually would argue with you because it's fun to argue with you. Like I would say, no, Fergie was worse, or didn't Meatloaf put on quite the performance once? But I feel like people liked it.
I don't remember that. I do remember the Fergie one. My favorite thing is when they show the athletes in moments like this that are trying to keep it together. That like
They're trying to be respectful,
they
right?
want to laugh though.
Yeah.
Like the one anthem singer for it was a WHL game, and it was a guy that was skating around the ice and singing, and then he got
Tripped.
caught up in the like red carpet and ended up bailing.
Wait.
And he kept singing.
Who was the anthem singer that came out on the ice, got stage fright, went to leave, slipped and fell? I think that was just a random, though.
Yeah, it was. And then she got talked into going back to try to like
Redeem herself.
Well, she originally forgot the lyrics and so walked off.
Okay, then when
and then
she came back, she slipped.
Slept on the ice.
Where is she now? I'm worried about her. She's not okay.
That one's rough.
So last night or yesterday in general, Ingrid Andress, who I had never heard of before, but I looked her up. She's a country singer. She's collaborated with Sam Hunt. This is her most known song, apparently.
If I bring you home to mama, I guess I better warn ya. She falls in love a little faster than I do.
It's about her mom hooking up with her boyfriend.
No, it's not.
Oh, I stopped listening after that line.
It's
and just
about
assumed.
how if she introduces you to her parents, you better not break her heart because you're going to break more hearts than just hers.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. It's definitely not about hooking up with her mom.
No.
Oh, her mom was hot in the music video. That's why I was thinking that.
I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine.
It's a cute song. Kind of lame.
A little bit lame, yeah.
But beautiful voice.
Yeah. Like,
Very talented. She's the one playing the piano in it. So she is a talented artist. So they trusted her. They hired her to sing the American anthem, and it was the biggest piece of crap I've ever heard in my entire life.
without further ado, I don't know what the sounds she's doing in it are, but here we go.
Silently streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air.
I am speechless.
What?
Why?
I think she was trying to say she knew it wasn't going well, so she was trying to save it with some like pizzazz. You know what I mean?
No, I feel like that's someone with such a big ego that they thought they killed it. And they were like, oh my gosh, I'm trending on Twitter. And then when they started reading through the tweets, they were like, wait, trending for a bad reason?
I just don't understand the at the end
Ryder,
of
you do that
each
all
line.
the time.
Yeah, I do it as a joke. I don't do it because I got paid to sing an anthem.
And the rocket's red glare.
I do feel like she knew it wasn't going well and then was trying to save it by adding some personality. Yeah? You know?
The bombs bursting in air.
You know, the more you play
so
it,
bad.
the more I kind of like it.
No.
So I lost all my makeup. So this is who I am now, just so you know.
How do you lose all your makeup? Like, I
don't
understand
know.
losing keys or a wallet or...
It's in a makeup bag.
Yeah.
So the bag itself is gone. I don't know if it fell out when I was walking because I usually keep it in my purse and it's just gone. So I'm too cheap to buy all new makeup.
Well, yeah, how much do you think, like, replacing
$100
everything you had in there?
Probably $100.
I'd say, like, more like 200 or 300 with the amount you use.
Hey,
Just
that's
kidding.
not true. Although I did have a really good expensive bronzer in there.
That damn bronzer. I loved that thing.
Yeah, so I guess I just have to accept that this is who I am now.
Yeah, just you're
Fresh
like
face.
You're like Pamela Anderson.
What?
You're like Pamela Anderson.
There we go.
Except,
What?
well, you're not blonde anymore. That's
that's true.
That's what I was
true.
gonna say.
You know,
And you don't have the barbed wire tattoo. But other than that, Pam Anderson.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
You look great without makeup.
Are you being facetious?
No. I'm serious.
Okay.
You look fine without makeup.
Okay, well, I'm not wearing makeup anymore, and I hope that this transitions into like being full on granola. Like, I'm gonna stop eating meat.
You're
I'm gonna stop shaving my armpits.
Grow at the pits, yeah. You look like somebody that would do that. Don't know what
Which
that
there's
means.
nothing wrong with, by
Yeah.
the way. A lot of people grow out their armpit hair.
I remember the first time I saw a full armpit full of hair
Okay,
from a lady.
Me too. It was my uncle's new wife when they were getting married on their wedding day.
And now, yeah, like go for it. But I just never seen it before, so it was
Me
startling.
neither. Isn't it wild? She was walking down the aisle and she lifted her arm to, because it was outside in like the hot heat. And she lifted her arm to like wipe her brow. Walking, and I saw her hairy armpits and I went, wait, what? She forgot. And I wanted to say something. I wanted to be like, Auntie, like pull her out of the line to be like, you forgot to shave your armpits. I just had no idea.
How old would you have been?
Oh, 14, 13.
Okay.
I'd never seen it before.
So you're going to say like 24. That'd be embarrassing.
That's probably-
Hey, Auntie.
I was probably 12-ish.
Yeah.
But she didn't care. She was a hippie. She smoked weed right before she walked down the aisle.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Live it up.
Go for it.
So that's you now.
I guess so.
Got really dad sad the other day when I looked over and noticed that the Lowe's that I normally went to was no more. It was like my go-to Lowe's.
Dad sad.
Yeah.
Is this a thing?
Well, it felt like a thing in that moment. And just looking at the forecast here, another dad sad that I can think of is just the amount of heat that's coming. Not a lot of rain in the forecast. Going to have to get the sprinkler out. Haven't had to do that yet this year.
True.
Water bill's going up. Dad sad.
Dad sad.
But yeah, having your like go-to store to go and get all your gardening goods, your paint, all that, anything I need, that's the one. And it's shut down. Just a really bad day.
Dad sad.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to hear if any other dads out there are listening right now. What is your current dad sad moment? I mean, I remember my dad having the dad sad when he would try to eat his Tiger ice cream.
Okay, good.
And
This is a good one.
It'd be gone.
Oh, he ate it too fast.
He'd be-
Somebody else
ate it, or he realized like there was not even enough for one full scoop in his bowl.
Mm-hmm.
That's another example of a dad sad, because
When the Tiger's gone.
Tiger is like every dad's favorite ice cream flavor.
You
If
can't
there's
just replace it either. It's not
You
everywhere.
can't. No, you can't.
It's a specialty store item. Dad sad moments.
This new term that I've never heard of before, being dad sad, is fascinating to me. So we're asking you about your dad sad moments. Mike wrote in saying when the wife promises some lovin', but the dang kids won't go to sleep or leave us alone, and I
Good
never
one.
end up getting any. That's my current dad sad. And then they went on to say, wear a condom, people. Mike.
Brent says when my kids forget to turn off the lights, that's a dad sad.
Oh, that was like the number one thing we got in trouble for growing up.
Borderline dad mad.
Dad mad. That's a
Yeah.
whole other topic.
And this one could fit into like dad disappointed, but Tara says, I remember falling asleep at church once when I was a kid, and when I woke up, my dad was
Yikes.
making eye contact with me. Definite dad sadness.
Oops.
Just not happy with you. Had a moment with my dad a couple weeks ago. It was my two brothers and I with him, and we brought up that none of us ended up being good at hockey. And my dad played like fairly competitive hockey and kind of expected that at least one of us would be good. And you could tell like
There was some dad sadness
there
there.
was some dad sadness. Even he brought up how every time I'd get on the ice, I'd hold my stick the wrong way. So like instead of the blade being up and ready to put on the ice for a shot, it was like pointed directly down at the ice, which made me fairly useless if somebody passed me the puck. How about just knowing that this week somebody's going to touch that thermostat? You just know that with 33 degrees as the average daily high for the next week straight, there's a good chance that thermostat is being messed with.
Yeah, somebody's messing with that for sure. Or somebody.
Preemptive sadness.
Another dad sad moment for sure that is inevitable this week. There's going to be a kid, a partner, a friend who doesn't close the door all the way and it lets all of the air conditioning
the cold
out.
air out. Sad. Talking about dad sad moments. Things that are making your dad sad lately or have in the past. This text from Mandy's perfect. My car was making a noise, and I told Dad not to worry about looking at it. My boyfriend said he'd check it out for me.
It's been replaced.
Sad.
That is dad sad.
He wouldn't have trusted the boyfriend's work either. You know? That puke isn't going to be able to figure this clanging out. I got this.
Yeah.
Dad sad, what do you got?
The fact that my favorite crackers in the world, the stoned wheat thins crackers, have been discontinued. It's just very upsetting.
There is something about a stoned wheat thin that just hits differently. It's got the perfect amount of salt on it.
Yep, the crumble ratio is perfect. I don't know. Never found anything else that kind of matches it, so it's very upsetting.
Well, we appreciate you sharing this vulnerable moment with us.
No problem.
I know that this heat wave is coming and that people may want to be sneaking drinks into places that they're not allowed.
Like where?
Well, like certain parks, for example.
I did that last night.
Like the water slide park in Sylvan Lake that closed a few years ago. That was a place that it was good to sneak one into if you wanted a cold beer.
I went to watch some baseball last night.
Yeah.
Sherwood Park, and I had a margarita.
See, you got to be careful.
Got to be careful.
It was a canned margarita too, by the way, right?
Yeah,
you
it
weren't
was.
just like pulling out the blender.
Shaking it up.
I'm pretty sure everybody could hear that. No, I just came across a way that people are sneaking drinks into events now. So this would be an event that you are allowed food into, right? Like if you pack snacks for the day.
Okay.
You know those Crustables or Uncrustables kids are making?
They're kind of like a pizza pop, but it's got like jam in it and chocolate.
So you take a loaf of bread and you're going to cut the middle out of the bread and use it to make your own Uncrustables, okay? But then don't throw out the crusts.
What does that have to do with drinks?
Well, you take the bag full of bread with the middle cut out of all of the bread pieces.
Okay.
And that's where you hide your drinks.
Wait a minute. So you
looks
have a plastic bag full of crust?
full of bread. So you just cut out the middles of each of the pieces of bread.
Oh, and then that perfectly fits a bottle of wine.
Exactly. So you can just roll in and say, I just made sandwiches for me and my crew. Anyway, I've never seen this move pulled before, and I just saw it online. I thought it was an interesting one.
Okay, somebody needs to test that out and let us know how successful it was.
I still think the all-time leader is, I had a buddy who went to a music festival like 2 weeks before.
Before they set up the actual festival.
And dug a hole by a tree and loaded it like a full cooler. Loaded it in there with all the drinks you could ever ask for.
And then filled the hole.
And then there was even like a little slot where you could just reach into the ground and you'd end up with your hand in the cooler. Like, it was brilliant.
Yeah, that same person has also opened up juice boxes, emptied half of them, put vodka in them, and then
with a syringe.
Or glued back the side of said juice boxes.
And just a little bit of glue that'll anyway.
Some hot this is like hot glue gun.
The thing is, are you actually saving money in this situation? Because now you've paid for a cooler full of booze.
A hot gun.
Well, yeah, the entire thing seems pretty expensive when you could have just bought a few $11 beers at the festival instead.
Or just like do what the rest of us do and pre-drink.
5 simple words, $1,000. It's Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay. Brought to you by Out of Bounds Restaurant.
We are joined by caller 7, Delane, ready to win $1,000. That's what we hope to give you. How's your day going today?
Good, just on my way to work.
Okay, perfect. So what you're going to do is choose a teammate. They're going to leave the studio. They won't hear round one with you, where you have 25 seconds to tell the other host the first word that comes to mind when they give you 5 words. We'll invite your teammate back into the studio for every word that matches with yours. It's $25 in your pocket, but if all 5 match, it's $1,000. Delane, who is your teammate?
We'll go with Ryder.
Okay, get out of here, Ryder. Okay, so I'm going to start that 25-second timer after I say the first word. Best of luck. Just going to wait until he's completely out of the room. Can't hear anything. All right, let's do this. What comes to your mind when I say script?
Play.
Wealthy.
Rich.
Scissors.
Cut.
Bird.
Squeak. Tweet.
Tweet. Cliff.
Yes, tweet.
Cliff.
Jump.
Good answers. All right. And you still had lots of time left on the clock. Let's get Ryder back in here. Ready to give away some money, Ryder? Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay brought to you by Out of Bounds Restaurant. Check them out. They got a really good brunch menu. And it's attached to Cattail Crossing, which allows you to bring your dog golfing on Mondays. I'm not joking. Okay, welcome back to the studio, Ryder.
Thank you.
What comes to your mind when I say scissors?
Oh, there's a few options here. I'm going to go with cut.
$25. What else were you thinking?
Paper or rock.
What comes
that's a good one.
That is a good one, actually. What comes to your mind when I say cliff?
Mountain.
Jump.
Oh.
I thought you'd have that one. What comes to mind when I say wealthy?
Rich.
$50. Let's keep that going. What comes to mind when I say bird?
Fly.
Tweet.
Oh.
Which is a good answer. I like it.
That was hard.
Last but not least, to make it $75, can we do it? What comes to mind when I say script?
Play.
That's correct.
Nice.
Whoa! I thought for sure one of you was going to say movie. I'm very impressed.
It was my second thought.
Well, you did great. You picked up $75, Delane. Thanks for playing.
Perfect. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good day.
You too.
Your next chance to play is tomorrow morning at 7:50. I like that I was like, hey, 20 seconds left in the song when I saw you unpeeling your banana. And then I was kind of like hinting, hey, don't take a bite. We're going to be on air right away. And not only did you take a bite, but then you broke off another piece about 6 seconds later and took another bite.
I'm really fast at eating bananas. It's a secret talent of mine.
That's incredible. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You managed. Like, I would have still been like...
Yeah, well, the trick is to not chew.
All right. Well, good for you.
Thanks.
Do you think we could bring this up with the listeners on things that you're oddly really good at?
Something I noticed that you do really well is eat spits. I've always struggled. I've never understood people that can like put a bunch in their mouth at once and just one at a time.
Just bang, bang,
Bang,
bang,
bang,
them
bang.
out.
Get the little seed out, spit out the shell. I always have to use my fingers. I have to like crunch down on it, open it with my hands.
Oh, that's
and then pull it out.
embarrassing.
I know. But you're a pro.
You have to do that every time.
Every time. Okay, hit us up with what you're oddly good at.
We're asking you something you're oddly really good at. Kelly says, I definitely wasn't book smart in school. I can honestly say, though, that I'm very good at directions. I can't tell you the street number or the name, but if I've been there once, I can go there again, no problem. That is a great thing to know how to do.
That's very impressive because not me.
No, you still punch in like your home address.
Every time when I'm leaving somewhere, I'm like, how do I get home? What's the fastest way? Because I can't figure that out. Janelle says, people are always amazed when I eat wings. I can debone that thing in one suck. I have a friend that does that too.
Mm-hmm.
Like puts it in, spits out the bone. It's remarkable.
Which friend?
Cass.
Hot.
I guess.
Just kidding.
I have a weird memory for people's birthdays, says Nicole. When's mine?
February 1st,
No,
1990.
I wanted her to answer.
Isn't it nice that I know?
I guess.
Well,
When's yours? September 5th.
no.
Ugh, I always get it wrong. September 4th?
Yes, whatever. What are you really good at?
Repeatedly cracking my toes.
All right. Do you think you got one in you right now? Could you put the phone up to your toes and we could see if you're telling the truth?
I could definitely give it a try.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm gonna turn your phone right up in here.
Gotta get the shoes and socks off.
Oh, even getting the socks off. Like the commitment.
Hold on, man. Okay, here we go. Oh, no. My feet are too sweaty right now to do it.
So you need the right conditions.
Hold on. I'm drying them off.
Okay.
Drying them off.
Whoa.
Oh,
Impressive.
Thanks.
We're talking about things that you're really good at. What do you got?
That's not throwing gutter balls for bowling.
Throwing gutter balls in bowling. Now,
Yeah.
do you feel it's like your accuracy, your speed,
Yeah, it's gotta be both, I think. Yeah.
and like consistency as well?
Yeah, totally. Just how you lob it in. I just know how to get. It's the gutter. I don't know.
It just heads right to the gutter.
get to the gutter.
Yeah.
You know what you're like world's best at? Boosting your other friends' confidence when bowling.
That's true. Yeah. I wonder why I was getting invited to go bowling now.
Yeah, everybody always asks you, unless it's a team thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Totally. Unless it means something for points or something. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's prizes, maybe not, eh?
Entertainment for sure.
Taking your calls and texts on things you're incredibly good at. What do you got?
So I have the strongest nose probably ever. I don't know if it's because I'm allergic to everything and very sensitive, but one time when I was driving with my stepfather to Edmonton, I told him exactly what was in his center console, and it was wrapped and closed.
What
And
was it?
It was barbecue peanuts.
Oh, whoa. You could smell them
And,
through
yeah.
the wrapper?
Yep, they were closed, and then, like, my nickname is Bloodhound. Like, I could probably work at the airport as one of those dogs.
That's unreal. Hey, good nickname, too.
Yeah, right?
Thank you for the call, Bloodhound.
We got some passes to give away for Tell Us World of Science, Dinosaurs, the exhibition.
Yeah, this is a good one. I remember going as a kid, and I'll never forget that experience, being able to pretend I was a paleontologist and digging up bones and stuff. But that's just one thing. There's going to be animatronic dinosaurs. You can compare your size to these massive dinosaurs that roamed the earth. So if this is something that you're interested in, maybe you want to take your kid, that's awesome. We got tickets to give away all week.
We're doing 2 truths and a lie today.
So all you have to do is listen and then text in your answer. Everyone that's right is qualified to pick up a pair of tickets.
I guess you could Google and then answer as well, but we're going to pick somebody who texts in real quick.
Ooh, I
and
like
is
that.
right, so you better hurry if
Yeah.
that's your plan.
So be ready. Do you know our phone number? It should be saved in your phone anyway. 780-784-7107.
Here we go. I want your opinion too, although it doesn't matter for the contest. I just want to see if I can stump you.
Okay.
2 truths and a lie. You let me know which one is the lie on the text line. A, dinosaurs were around for longer than they've been extinct.
Correct.
B, Tyrannosaurus Rex couldn't roar. And C, the word dinosaur means large-boned lizard. There are your 3 dinosaur facts. One of them is false. A, dinosaurs were around for longer than they've been extinct. B, Tyrannosaurus Rex couldn't roar. Or C, the word dinosaur means large-boned lizard.
This is hard for me because I've seen Jurassic Park,
Okay, congrats.
but it's also not a true story. So I'm like, wait, the T-Rex roared in that. But have scientists discovered that they
debunked
actually
that?
were silent? Like, I don't know. But the last one, large-boned lizard, are all dinosaurs lizards?
We're going to hook somebody up next. It's Play 107 with Ryder and Lisa. 2 truths and a lie. We asked you to identify which one the lie is by texting 780-784-7107 for tickets to check out Dinosaurs, the exhibition at Tell Us World of Science, running until early September. So the 2 truths and the lie, in no particular order, were dinosaurs were around for longer than they've been extinct, was A. B was Tyrannosaurus Rex couldn't roar. And C was the word dinosaur means large-boned lizard. So the lie, which many of you got right on the text line, was C. The word dinosaur actually means, loosely translated, horrible lizard or terrible lizard.
I feel bad for the nice ones.
Yeah.
There were
true.
some nice ones out there.
Mean name. Tyrannosaurus Rex actually couldn't roar. That was one of the truths. They had more of like a growl meets hue. Scientists discovered that just the way their throats were based, it would be impossible for them to roar like they do in movies. So this is what it would sound like. It's quite terrifying, and your dog will probably go nuts. But here's the sound. Interesting, right?
Yeah. Thank you to everyone that contributed on the text line and guest. Kaylee picked up a pair of tickets to the Tell Us World of Science Dinosaur Exhibition. We have more tickets to give away all week.
So obviously the other truth was dinos were around for longer than they've been extinct.
Yep.
Thanks for playing.
The Ryder and Lisa Podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Play 107.